Hello guys, this is Basil here. It has been a long time since I upload my last cube review, which is the Waylon GTX review. So today I want to do another review, and actually I managed to borrow this cube from my friend, so I'll be able to do a review with it. And yes, you guessed it, today's main character is going to be the quite recently released GAN's 356 Air. So so the 356 Air is actually a pretty recently released cube. I think it is released like 2 months ago or 3 months ago. So I know a lot of people had already tested it out, and they have their own opinions about it. But here in this video, I'm just going to talk about my own opinion, and basically I'm going to let you take a closer look at the cube. Okay, as usual, we are going to take a look at the boxing and the things given first. Now, I didn't really, my friend didn't really buy the master version. He only bought the advanced version because the master version is quite expensive. So he don't want to actually spend too much money to buy a cube to play. So yeah, so he only buy the advanced version. So only a few things are given. Not a few, still quite a lot, but definitely it won't be as much as the master version. Okay, the box, again, it is something like this. It's called the GAN box. You can see here the G, A, and N, GAN. So this is called the GAN box. So the cube is just inside the box, something like this. You can see this special blue logo here. And beside the box, of course, this time they give this the latest version of the instruction sheet. You can see here, GAN 356 Air, lighter, faster, and stronger. And here is still the basic method tutorial. Here is how to turn the different layers. For this part is going to be the CFOP, the GAN's version of CFOP. I suppose they made some changes because when I bought the GAN 356S, here the version is 2016-02, and now the version is 2016-07. So I suppose they made some minor changes at least. And yeah, I'm not going to go through all the formulas with you because I don't think it's necessary. Just briefly let you take a look. I'm sorry that in this video I cannot compare it with my GAN 356S because my 356S is actually I lent one of my friends to try it out. So it's not here. If I have chance, I will try to make a comparison video, but for now it's peer review. Okay, so now this part is they tell you what is corner cutting, what is reverse corner cutting, what is easy corner cutting, what is anti-pop, and anti-corner twist. Now let's take a look at this part here. It's a new added part. It's a newly added part. It is called the deformability. Basically, it means that if you force a cube to turn, so that it is no longer a cube, it is some random shape like this, like my 3x6S. The cube can keep in a non-cubic shape without external force. So, which means if this angle, that means the deformability is higher. This orange angle, if this one is higher, that means the cube is harder to control. If it's lower, of course, the cube will be easier to control because basically it don't change its shape randomly when you are twisting it. Well, this one does. Okay, so here I want to make myself clear. Some of you might know in my first review, which is the 3x6S review, right? I say that my GAN 3x6S is quite stable and easy to control. Now, that it is a fact, or that is also a myth, because if we compare it to other cubes like GAN 3x6 Air, it is obviously not that easy to control. But if we compare it to the previous generations of GAN's cube, like the GAN 3x6, or the GAN 3x7, or the GAN 3, even the GAN 2, it is definitely more stable. So here you can see they actually compare for you 3x6 Air. 3x6 Air is more stable than 3x6S, and 3x6S is more stable than 3x6 or 3x7 or else. So I think GAN really made a big effort to actually improve its steadiness. By the way, the cube with a higher deformability, which means this angle is higher. The cube with this angle higher is somehow easier to turn very fast. You know Felix, the white card holder Felix, he said that actually he can turn this 3x6S faster than the 3x6 Air, just because 3x6S has a higher deformability. While this will cause the cube to become less steady, it will also make it easier for you to turn very quickly. So there's both advantages and disadvantages. So that means the deformability higher than the cube was. It's not. Okay, this part I think we don't need to take a look. Okay, here it comes. This part actually just introduce some special features of the cube. You can see here the most the 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 most well-known feature of 3x6 the GAN's elastic system, or short for GES. Now this system is pretty nice because this small thing you see here actually replaces all the gaskets, the nuts, and the spring. So there will be no more separate thing. It's all in one. So definitely the nuts will not be lost. The springs will not randomly roll all over the place, and maybe you will lose it in the end. And also the gasket will not cause damage to the spring because there is no gasket. Everything is replaced by this thing. You can see there's still spring, but it's quite different. At least the nuts and the gasket will not cause any damage to the spring. You can see here printed GES. See, easier to get a hand feel you like, which means this one is much easier to change, because you don't have to take out the nuts, you don't have to take out the spring separately. It's all in one. Say goodbye to the spring noise, because no more thing is actually scratching the spring. So there will be no damage on the spring, and there will be also no spring noise. See, gasket is not needed. No more spring wrap, no more metal debris. The cube is much more durable, and this is a true actually. This is a fact, and I think it's a huge advantage for the 3x6. See here, last time on the GAN 3x6 is iron plastic GAN's core V2 or IPG V2, but now it's IPG V3. Honestly, I don't feel that there is much difference between the IPG V2 and IPG V3, but since they made another version, they should at least improve something. Like this one, the IPG V3 is over 50% stronger than IPG V2, meaning that it is much more harder. Meaning that it's harder to get spoiled, and it can last longer. Now this part, the GAN has definitely made a revolution about the contact surface design, because you no longer see all those grooved tracks. You know the 3x6, right? There's a lot of tracks around here, but for 3x6 there's no. I mean, there's only a few. I think maybe one or two. So the GAN claims that reducing the grooved tracks will actually make the cube easier to control and make the cube more steady. See, top level cubes that beginners can control freely. So usually the 3x6 is not really suitable for beginners, but 3x6 is quite suitable for beginners because it is controllable and it is stable. Now this part, the upgraded HSD, I don't quite see any difference between the original HSD and the upgraded one, but since they say upgraded version, maybe there is some difference. Anyway, the hidden SIM design is always the hidden SIM design. The cube still looks the same, and I don't think they can really change much on it. So maybe upgraded is only like they use better plastic or something else, like yeah, here see, much more smooth, meaning that they might be using better plastic, maybe the quality is higher, something like that. This part is also a new feature, circular square curve fillet. This one I think it will reduce its deformability so that the cube will become easier to control. See here, deformability. This design will actually reduce this thing so that the cube will actually like easier to control lah, basically. And the angle here, you see, will be smaller. Okay, this part is quite amazing because the GAN improved its edge fit again, and it becomes triple layer. You can see, this one is one layer, this one is second layer, and this one is the third layer. See, upgraded triple edge fit. So, as you may have guessed, it is seriously hard to pop, and actually it's quite hard to dismantle without losing the springs. So as you can see, GAN really managed to make some amazing improvements on the designs. This part, the upgraded circular square corner fit. I don't really see a difference, but since they say upgraded again, there should be some changes, right? Yeah, they basically they just say is anti-corner twist ability is very high, and yeah, that's about it. So this part is about maintenance, how to lube it, when to lube it, how to adjust the springs. This part is about the hand feel and the GS tension. Okay, because I only bought the advanced version, so they only give this 4 GS. The yellow, transparent, orange, and red. They only give this 4 GS. Actually, there are 7 different types of GS, but they only give this 4. I mean, not only, they just give this 4. And here is a chart showing you the tension, the tightness, the smoothness, and the steadiness. And here they explain why they give 4 different sets of GS and how you can actually change it to fit your own favorite feeling. This part is just talking about how to turn how to turn 8 GAN box and 1 GAN chip S6 into a giant GAN chip S6. which is quite complicated, so I'm not going to go through this with you and necessary. The last part here is they teach you how to change the GS. Later in the second part of the video, I will also show you how. So this part I'm not going to talk about it. Okay, so that's it about the instruction sheet. My suggestion is you should read all those things at least for once when you bought the cube, because it will help you get a better understanding of the cube, and basically when you are adjusting it, you won't like spoil it. So I think it's actually necessary for you to at least go through some of the things on this paper. Okay, beside the cube itself, the box and the instruction sheet, they also give this dark blue or dark purple pocket, which is quite different from my light blue pocket. Wait a while. Okay, so you can see here, this is my GAN 666S pocket, and oh yeah, actually the instruction paper of 666S is here. Looks different. Okay, this is the 666S pocket. It's something like that, but now the 666 Air, they change it to something like this. It still feels the same, but no more GAN's logo on it, and the color is darker. For me personally, I prefer this light blue colored pocket, but anyway, this is personal favorite. Okay, another thing they've given is the GAN's magic loop, which is actually a very good loop, especially with the GAN's cube. So you see why they call it magic, because it can make the cubes both slippery and sticky. So you can see here, 1 to 2 drops make the cube smooth. More than 2 will make the cube more sticky. So actually that's why it's called magic loop. Okay, and it is already, it is still sealed up because my friend don't want to use this. This loop is pretty expensive actually. And finally, we come to this colorful packet of things, and yes, this is the GES. So I'm going to open the thing and let you see first. Now this is the improved version of the adjustments tool. You can see the metal grip is now easier to grip, and because it's made of iron, I think, or steel, it is its durability is better. So I think it's a pretty good one. At least it's better than my 666 Air, 666S, the plastic tool. It's much more better. And here is all the small GS. As you can see, it's seriously small, and when you press it right, you can actually feel the tension and an elastic spring force. See, the spring is inside. It do look nice, and also it looks very cool. At least better than all the springs and nuts and screws, you know. Okay, so this is the cube itself. I'm going to talk about this in the next part of the review. It is going to be the next video. Just letting you see there's something under the box, and this one is just an information card. Tell you made in China. There's a phone number. Warning, please do not let child under 6 use it. And yeah, basically this one is useless. So yeah, it's a cube. Actually they do give a full set of stickers similar to the 6S. See, here's my 6S box. So they actually do give this kind of sticker. It's basically the same. It's just that the logo here changed from the gold one to the bluish one. See? So don't worry about stickers. They do give. Okay, let's keep my 6S box. Okay, so I think that's it for this part of the review. It's quite long, and yeah, and I hope you have a better understanding of the GAN's Air, of the GAN's 6Air. So in the next video, I'm going to show you guys the performance. Sorry, I'm going to show you guys the design first, followed by performance and time fill, and I will show you actually how to change the GES. Oh, by the way, before I forget, the default GES, that means the default nut, is actually the transparent one. It's actually this one, but because I feel that this one is a bit too loose, my personal feeling this one is a bit too loose, so I changed to the orange one. But every color they give 7 nuts, so one is for backup. See, here I got 1 orange left, but actually this cube right now is using the orange GS, as you can see here. See, orange GS. So yeah, I think that's it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you like these cubing videos, and if you do, please give me a like and maybe leave a comment, and consider to subscribe to my channel, because I will actually do all the cube reviews. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Bye.